You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
To another episode of Queen3 and King. Y'all feel that lagging on the intro? Did y'all see that?
A little bit. I thought it was me though. I thought it was me.
Chopped and screwed. Somebody, either the lighting is different in their living room or they brushed their teeth real hard today. And the person I'm talking about got braids.
She opened the window.
What's these braids? These medium knotless braids, or they something else?
He always got
shit. I know shit.
Who you talking about? Alicia?
Who got medium knotless right now?
Not I.
What is
These the same braids from last week. These are box braids, fool.
Box.
Okay. What size box they
don't
come
have
in?
the knots. That'll help you in the future. I told them knots don't have the knots.
What size box they come in?
A medium.
Medium.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Queen3 and King. As you can see, we are without the season king today. She is a bit under the weather. Wait.
Queen.
What did I say? Season king? Oh, my bad. Season queen. She is under the weather today. She way out there in Van Augustine. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. I've been getting some feedback from some of the viewers. You know, again, I am your host, King Doc. Some of the viewers said that during introductions, they really, once I told them who I am, they really didn't necessarily need y'all's introductions. But I told them now I'm probably gonna go on and introduce them. So begrudgingly, we'll start since we got the season queen out today. We will start with the baby queen today on her introduction. And again, she is the baby queen, Mama Lee, formerly known as Blake Mama, now known as Bronx Mama. He get all the pictures on Facebook and all the new hats and shit. Oh, hey, New York Red be rocking them hats, boy. Talk to the people, queen.
Hello, everyone.
That's it. That's hello. You gotta say.
Yes. Hello.
I was just gonna say something else. That's why.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your room looks awfully white over there today.
You said what?
Right, nothing.
You said what?
You said move on, so we finna move on.
No, I want you to.
And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back as soon as I introduce this other queen. I'm gonna come back because I got a bone to pick with you about my recent Facebook post. So next, last, certainly not least, we got the white teeth queen, known as Meba, the educator. TT, what up, queen?
Good evening. And I can't help what Colgate did for me.
Well, now, you quit smoking them Benson and Hedges. That's why you done lighten back up over there.
What? Did you stop?
What? That gotta be that old stuff.
Yeah.
Benson and Hedges. With the old case in it. That's what Linda used to smoke, I think, them Benson and Hedges. So we got Keisha already in the house. She says, hi, gang. What up, Keisha? We got Aunt Marita in the house. She goes, hey, family. What's up, Marita? Marita, you used to smoke them Benson and Hedges too, didn't you? Talk to me. We got Aunt Wita in the building. Hey, my beautiful family. Hey, and she says, "Hey, my beautiful family." What about Mika and Lily? You gonna speak to them too? And Keisha said, "Benson and Hedges." Damn. Well, what brand you used to smoke then? If it wasn't Benson and Hedges,
she didn't.
all right. We got Monique
talking
in
about
the
old
building.
stuff.
We got Monique in the building. Hey, y'all, what's going on, Mika? Monique.
Hey,
Keisha said, Mika be glad he didn't say you smoke more cigarettes. Yeah. Yeah, them brown cigarettes. So, Lily, I got a bone to pick with you. So I posted today, I said something that I didn't start doing until I was age 50.
Unnecessary.
And that was
unnecessary.
diving. That was diving into my swimming pool. So now I dive, head first, like the white folks do, into my swimming pool. But I said, I like it. I'm proud of myself, but my balls hurt. What was the problem with that?
I said to go sit down. Go sit down because then nobody needs to know none of that.
I'm helping somebody. There may be some other people that want to start diving. You never know.
May want to sit down, okay?
Because I didn't think about it until I hit that water, and then I'm like, God, no.
What an idiot! What an idiot!
Look what Marita wrote out here.
I didn't smoke.
I don't smoke, Jack.
Yeah,
good.
Hey, Marita. I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad.
All right. So today's topic is there, and there. There, and there. So let's see what we must got.
Don't put that comment up.
They already in nets. The swimming pool got nets. They already in it, but when the water hit them, it pushed them out.
Dang.
Let's see what Keisha said. That's hilarious, Doc. Did you hit the water feet first? No, just like that. Hands first, then your face. He was
really back there acting like he in the Olympics.
Yeah. We got Evelyn Brown in the house. What's going on, Evelyn? We got CJ in the building. What's up, CJ? All right, so we're gonna go to the educator again. Again, like we said, the name of this show is There, and There. And there is something that I need this educator to read so we can kind of set the table. Mika, when that scroll comes back around to the first, I need you to read that sentence. Go.
There are people who never paid attention. They're probably wondering, what the hell is all of this about? Should I read it?
Lily? No, I want Lily to read it this time.
Okay.
When they come back around.
Don't laugh.
There are people who never paid attention to their teacher in school. They're probably wondering what the hell this is all about.
So, educator, what is this all about? Why are we having a show called There, and There? Help us out. She froze, ain't she?
Is she froze? Okay. I thought it was me because my computer last week and it still seemed like it got a little.
You were froze, Nika.
You were froze.
So did you hear what I said? I said, tell everybody what this is all about. Why are we having a show called There, and There?
Oh, what did you? Okay, I'm sorry.
She's lagging, huh?
Yeah. So we're going to skip you until you get your internet problem fixed.
I think I'm
okay,
bad.
So Evelyn said because millennials are illiterate these days.
It's not just millennials.
Evelyn said, hi, everyone. Hope y'all are doing great. And Weta is going to do me a service the next time she comes. She says she's going to bring me some ball tie downs. I appreciate you. So, Mika, can you, or if you're not lagging, tell everybody why we are having a show called There, and There.
Because there have been problems with people being able to talk about how they are supposed to speak when they're using the terms there, and there. basically Facebook done put y'all out here. Y'all be posting all this stuff and hollering they don't want this or they're not into you, and y'all spelling they're wrong.
THERE. They're not into you. What?
So, Lily, so she said Facebook done put y'all out here. Was they getting away with it before Facebook?
Absolutely. Now that we're on
Yes.
social media all day long,
Now,
it's exposing the people by the masses, okay?
so this is what I need to know is that why, okay, most of us have at least a high school education, right? It's fair to say, right, that most of us have a high school education. How can
Right.
so many people have trouble with such terms? And anybody can jump on that. Why? How can so many people? Because again, it don't take you long to scroll and see one of two things: either a post where somebody has misused this term or others, or a post where somebody is saying, "Please get this shit right." Why are we having this problem when we got high school graduates? And guess what? I'm seeing people who have master's degrees that are
Yes.
misusing these.
Yes.
Please explain.
I don't know what happened that day in English. I really don't. I really don't know what happened to cause the disconnect, because it seemed like some people may have been cheating and missed that lesson. I don't know what it's about, but people say it all the time, and it's always repost that people do explaining the difference. And it's like I'll even see the people that do it love the meme. Like, how you love the meme and you one of
And it's
the
wrong.
people that do it?
Yeah.
I don't think English teachers hone in on this, y'all.
Maybe
if I
not.
remember correctly, I don't, and I could be wrong. Maybe I missed it, but I don't think this is like something that English teachers really talk about. There, and there, two, and two, mine versus mines,
Oops.
lost. I don't think English teachers are really focusing on this. And a lot of people who are like really, really smart, their English is not that great.
No.
You know, especially with writing an email and stuff. I'm like, who checks this for you?
Yeah.
So I don't think it has anything to do with
basic.
any of that. It's just, but basic isn't always basic.
Tests, even when in acquiring jobs, right? There are some competency tests you have to take as a part of the interview process, right? Most think, okay, this is a waste. Come on, really? You got me doing this basic sentence structure stuff to figure out for this job, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So getting these director jobs and AVP jobs and supervisor jobs and whatever, if they can't talk basic English.
They don't have to say there.
Interview process.
They don't have to say there.
That's not a part of our interview process.
They can hire real
quick. Are you saying teachers don't focus in or hone in on it because they think it's so simple they don't need to?
Probably.
I think so.
Right off the bat, I don't know the answer to this question, but what grade level is this usage? Are we talking 5th grade? Are we talking about 7th? Okay, so anywhere between 6th, 7th, and 8th. So by the time you're a freshman in high school, you should have.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
yes,
even
you're writing whole paper.
Okay, so when I say that most of us have high school diplomas, we shouldn't have any problem with this. I'm actually giving you an extra 4 years to get your shit down.
Yeah, you are.
Right? So technically, before you start high school, you should get it. Okay, so Monique said because it's 3 different spellings and 3 different meanings. Okay, fair enough. And some are confused.
Monique is
but my
guru.
answer
She's
is
a guru at English.
But my answer is why? Why are they confused, Monique? That's what we're trying to figure out. What's confusing about it? We got taught it all the same. Why are so many people missing it? CJ said Lancaster prepared me for this topic.
Lancaster. It's Lancaster.
It's Lancaster.
Yeah, it depends on where you're from. Evelyn said, not just Facebook. Yeah, you're right. It's all social
Yeah,
media.
it's all over.
Yeah, all
I've
She
even
social
also
seen it
media.
in
said
some work emails. It's that bad.
she she also said some are just lazy. I'll give you that.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you this, Evelyn. Others call it short talk.
Uh-uh.
Bull short. It ain't short talk. That ain't. I'm sorry. That ain't. Shorthand, short
What?
talk. That ain't what that is. Because guess
Nah,
what? You're not saving anything on link
you're not
by
saving
saying
any
there versus
keystroke.
there. You're not
Mm-mm.
saving anything by typing in THERE when there should be a THEIR. You're not
Yeah.
saving anything. Ain't no
Yeah.
short nothing.
Yeah. I agree.
It's dumb talk. It ain't short talk. And then she went on to say, I blame these new wet behind the ears ass teachers. That leave these lessons out behind fun learning, though.
But the thing is, I don't think it's just young people. I've seen,
No,
I
I don't
mean,
either.
I think I've seen it to where we go back ages and we had older teachers to where they still don't know the meaning. I don't think we could always put it all on the teacher.
Thank you.
No, I don't either. Let's see. Keisha said the one they're really struggling with is you're welcome versus you're welcome. Right. So your versus your is a problem as well, right? Okay. So let me ask you this: why do so many people? So is it an education system issue? Is it a parenting issue? How did they? Of course, I asked how did they graduate, and why? And then after, so let me just ask you that: is it an education system issue or is it a parenting issue? Let's start there. If you had
Both.
only two to choose
Yeah.
from,
Both.
it's both.
It has to be
Okay.
a mixture.
I
So
can't, y'all, I can't depend on the school to teach. Like if my child is texting me or if my child is sending me a note, or whatever the case may be, and I see your or their or to, any of those are spelled wrong.
I'm gonna correct it. Yeah.
I have to.
I do it all the time.
That is not correct.
Mm-hmm.
I do it all the time. I even put the asterisk like they like to put and then put the correct spelling of the word.
Yeah.
If Cadence texts me and he used it wrong, let me go ahead and correct you. This is not the way you use that.
What's going on, Mr. Broadus? He says it's ignorance. Well, ignorance means a lack of knowledge. So I'm trying to figure out how they have that lack of knowledge. All right, we got Ray to Kev in the building. He said, "What up, fam?"
Hey.
But some of them don't. Some of them don't think that.
There.
But they don't. Some of them don't think that is wrong. That's the thing. They think they're using it correctly.
I understand, and that's where I'm again. I guess because it's such second nature to me.
Right.
I'm wondering how. I'm really, just confused as how so many. I mean, it's not like it's a few every now and then. We would be able to ignore it, right? And so I was even ignoring it until I saw so many people start to point it out, which leads me to this point. Why do we get so irritated when we see people clearly jack these terms up?
Because they capitalize it and try to be funny. Don't be trying to be funny if your English is incorrect.
So, I think that's what gets me is they really be trying to go in on somebody. And my thing is, you cannot try to go in on somebody and it's not connecting because I'm gonna stop right there at that word that's wrong, and I can't read nothing else.
Or you've seen those memes that said, I tried to holler at a girl and she said, "You're not the one," and the girl puts "your," like asterisk spells it correctly. Because you'll lose females behind grammar, y'all. Because if you spell too many things wrong, we be like, you didn't spell it.
I literally know someone that will say, "How are you doing?" and it's OR. Like.
So or our and R.
I'm not lying. Oh. You can ask Belinda because me and her die about it. They say, "How are you doing?"
And y'all don't say so. Are these people that you know that are friends?
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's been one of their really good friends that corrected them. He was like, "Man, it is not or, it is R." And he'll just
That's
laugh.
good. That's what it should
But
be.
he'll just laugh.
And still
then,
keep using
and
it the
still,
wrong
how
way.
are you doing?
You sure he's not messing with y'all?
No,
It's gotta be here.
No, he's not. I promise. If y'all knew him, he's not messing with us. He really think that's correct because he has a whole dictionary of stuff he says wrong, and it's not on purpose. He just don't know how to spell.
All right, so Keisha says, I call all of them dumb MFers and keep it moving. They obviously weren't educated at GISD, obviously. They didn't play that crap in my day at GISD. No,
because them English teachers were mean in GISD.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, Evelyn said in terms of grade level, she said third through fifth now.
So those TEKs have moved down. So yeah.
And that makes sense, right? With the advance of technology and us learning that, okay, our kids are capable of more, right? So I see Monique said second and third grade, and CJ corrected me as well and said Lancaster. Let's see. Evelyn said, I didn't say I call it that. It's short-brained if you ask me. Okay. A-Trap said, good evening, family. What's up, A-Trap? What's up, my man?
Hey,
A-Trap.
Keisha said, it isn't just young people. It's some bona fide dumbasses out there. They don't want to. They don't want to do better. Then trust. Maybe she's saying then try to get pissed off when they're corrected. I think that's what she meant to say.
I don't like correcting people.
And look how she is when they are corrected. There. Good job, Keisha.
I'm gonna try to use bona fide tomorrow. I love that word.
Monique says it seemed to be a lack of understanding, especially when contractions your versus your. So we're gonna get back to that real quickly. I'm gonna pause just for a moment for station identification, and then we're gonna come back and address that, Monique.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
All right, so she says it's your versus your. So let me ask you this question then, and I'm gonna bring back to there. So there, and as you mentioned, Monique, your versus your are easy to confuse, as you say, right? You said that even earlier, right? It's easy to confuse. Are we being too hard on people who struggle with the usage of these terms? Lily.
No, not if you're grown. You good and grown. We are not being too hard. Because if you ever have any question, Google is your best friend. So go to Google and get you a little lesson.
That's a good
point. Get you a little lesson.
If you're struggling, because as you're typing it out, anything, because see, some things that we were taught that we know readily, some days you're like, God dog, I know how to spell that word. Why is it being difficult today? But before I type anything out, I'm gonna go to Google. And I'm gonna go on and pull it up, and I'm gonna give you a little tidbit, a little nugget here. Guess what the Google will do for you? It'll give you some alternative words to use.
Sure will.
So you can grow your vocabulary. It is called a thesaurus. So it just automatically comes up and say some similar words to you. So there you go. So even when I'll go to Google quite frequently just to check my spelling, because sometimes we got spell check and I don't trust spell check. So I'll go and make sure what's happening. And sometimes that's why you need to know different sentence structures. So if you struggle with a particular word, just change the sentence structure, and you don't even have to use that word at all that you're uncomfortable with. But you can't do that if you're not.
Or to me, I'll walk through a sentence. Like if it's supposed to be you are, spell it out, say it out. Like if it,
in other words, take the apostrophe out and write it out. See what it really is. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm with you. A-Trap said, look what A-Trap doing. A-Trap said, I agree. I do that too. Evelyn says, that's because you ladies believe in the home to school bridge. A lot of parents don't now, right?
Very true.
CJ says it's definitely important when you transition into the business world. You better believe it, man. Because I felt embarrassed for some colleagues when they misused this stuff via email or on check it out. Oh, they putting some stuff up on a PowerPoint and stuff like that, and they done developed this PowerPoint and got stuff misused wrong. Number one, proofread your stuff before you send it out. You know, and
I
always
and I send it to somebody.
Friend.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Get you an accountability partner because
come on, accountability partner. Theodora Hopper in the building. Hey, King and Queens, how you doing? Theodora. Let's see, ain't we just said another frequent misused word is 2 and 2. Yep, we get those a lot. So we'll segue there. What are some other often misused terms? Mika, start with you. You get one and let Lily get one. We're gonna see who run out first. Go ahead. Man. And you can even let's start this game over. You can even use anything that's been used. We're just gonna go one at a time to see who run out first. Go.
This is not fair.
Yes, how's it not? I should have to. Y'all so smart.
Lost and lost.
Okay.
Mine's.
Okay.
Our or.
Okay.
No. Or are.
That's a different one. Come on, you on the clock, man, because I'm gonna buzz you out.
Effect.
Now that's a little pushing. That's high level.
Oh, I just put it
No.
Okay,
it's not high level.
Okay, go ahead, Lily.
Shoot.
High and high.
How about A? She goes high and high. The HI versus HIGH. Okay. And what A and right?
Yes.
They don't know when to use, and that one drives me nuts. You know.
Literally, I just want y'all to know.
How are you doing? How are you?
Melinda just texted me and she said, "Not the or you doing."
For somebody, I text somebody and say, "How are you doing?" Oh, I'm having an outstanding day. No, it's an outstanding day. You ain't having an outstanding day.
AEIO requires an in front of
Y too.
Okay, and sometimes H.
And then we say past and past, and this past thing is super sensitive because it is typically wrong when they're speaking of someone who has passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and so it's real sensitive already. It's real sensitive already.
Yes,
I've seen somebody that say sorry.
So we gonna let you make it, but we can't even feel bad for Pawpaw because you done he done passed with a T.
And then right under there, somebody said, "Sorry for your loss."
Somebody that said,
"Right,"
and somebody said, "I didn't lose them; they passed away."
Mr. Raider Chaos said, "What up, man?"
My!
Wow. And I don't know what she was referring to specifically, but he said, "I think you're so right."
Look how he did yours.
Yeah. Wow. And then I'm gonna laugh about it.
You're not the
man,
one.
so you're not the one. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Let's see. Facebook user, I don't know who that is, but they said, "Love this topic. Thank God for spell check on the computer and phone."
Yes, spell check don't always help you.
Right, because if you spell
technically
technically
it's spelled accurately. It's just misused. Spell check is just checking spelling. Now, word might check you right sometimes if it's incorrect from a grammar standpoint. Bam is thinking about something. Let's see. H-Rap said, "Hey, Keisha." Okay, y'all cut that out. Y'all do that. Y'all get a room is what I'm gonna say. Oh, y'all didn't know about that? Oh, never mind. Y'all should tune in. They finna be an episode of the Streets of Talking. Y'all should tune in to the forecast because the stuff be on there. Let's see. Folks be choosing on the forecast. Let's see. Evelyn Brown said, "That's backwards, girl." What is she saying?
Y'all dating?
Oh, wow. They gotta read backwards. Evelyn Brown said, "Whole conversation got
ADHD shit.
Oh, ADHD shit. Can't even focus.
No,
on
you
it.
can't. You get stuck, Evelyn,
Yeah,
on them words. Like,
I'm telling you, I can't make it through the
Yeah.
post.
And CJ in his non-proofreading, let not forget, let not your heart be troubled, but let's not forget. Uh, we have these people that graduated from Facebook University that want to correct you on everything. Like, damn, you knew that what I was trying to say.
No, we trying to hope someone.
Hey, because I'm telling you right now, it can cost you.
Trying to
It can
hope
cost
you.
you. It can cost you dearly when you're looking bad.
I'm
you're
telling
looking
you.
bad. Rady Kev said you got me rolling. Let's see. Keisha said, "I'll quit talking to dudes due to their poor spelling. It's something about it that makes me my eczema act up."
Come on, eczema.
Eczema get to
It gets to flaring up.
Facebook user, give again. You gotta. I posted early, but you gotta give
Justin.
Restream permission, and he got a show on the network. He ought to know what to do to make sure Restream has permission to post your name and your photo so we can identify you properly and give you credit for the dumb stuff you say. CJ said LMAO, DISD, and LISD don't give a damn about grammar. They only care if you can throw, catch, or dunk a ball. God.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna let you lie on like stuff because I worked out there for 5 years.
So you see what Keisha's saying to Brian? Hi, Brian, you sweet, sexy thing. I told you, start tuning into the forecast. You missing some good stuff.
Wait a minute. Keisha, hit me in my DM. Thank you.
We want to share it by the end of the show.
Yeah, hit me in my DM. I want to add you to the streets of talking.
Wow. Now check this out. We ain't through yet. Okay, Monique said, yes, I agree. Good and grown, you need to fix it.
Good and grown, baby.
H-Rap, back to Keisha. Thank you, you chocolate goddess.
Oh, Keisha, right now.
Evelyn said, Grammarly helps if you own a PC. Well, yeah, most of them do. Keisha, we're not being hard on. Yeah, Keisha said, we're not being too hard on them. Look at how she said too. We got her right there too. We're not being too hard on them. I don't think we're being hard enough. I will ignore your text due to typos, especially if you're an adult, but I'll correct the kid immediately. Monique says, also have someone else help you proofread before you sending or printing.
I'm telling you, Monique, it goes a long way.
Yeah. Okay, and Weta says effect. Yeah, and that one. See, I give him a little bit of. I give him a little bit of slack on that one. Effect versus effect.
Because again,
that was a little bit more complicated. Yeah, Google is there. I get it, but it's a little bit more complicated, and there is some overlap there. I don't know about this one. And Weta said,
what?
Weta said resume and resume. I guess.
You lying.
Keisha said, I work for a physician that can't spell well, and I told him before he mashes sin on anything else. Yeah, and CC me in it. Let me proofread that joint first. Evelyn says,
she sound like Mama Mashes.
Evelyn said, bear and bear. Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot about she that says, one. Loss and loss. Where?
Oh my
God. Okay, Evelyn also said what I said. A, and and. And then Keisha
and is a hard one for people.
At Brian, chocolate goddess, call me later so I can talk dirty. Look how she spelled dirty. Look how she spelled dirty.
I'm trying to check my DM.
Man said,
they're dry, Keisha.
Text. NN light 222 worse. Yeah, worse.
Ooh,
that worse.
Worse
one.
and worse.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's the worst thing I ever saw. And you spelling it wrong. Yeah, Theodora.
That's the worst thing I ever saw.
Now this is a good one. We just said accept and accept. Oh Lord, that one. I can't give you no slack on that, man. Come on,
accept this one.
Look at her. Adrian said I sure will.
I got the no tea.
Let's see. We just said insure. Yeah. I'll give you a little slack on that one too. Evelyn says, damn, it's a lot of telling off in this topic. Ray the Can says, this is so true. Speak to text gets me in trouble all the time. Yeah, speak to text.
That's why I rarely do it, because I don't want nobody to have me out in these streets looking like I don't know how to spell or something.
Now you can tell this person is from another country because they talking about color and color. We don't use color very often.
Don't do it like that. You doing great. That's one.
No. And live in color. Nah, we don't do that.
You are freaking
CJ is the king of effing up a word.
Oh,
look at that. Okay, now look what CJ gonna say. Keisha lying ass. Uh-oh. Look at somebody on A-Trap now. The sheep are talking.
The sheep are talking.
Hey.
Let's see. I had a dude send me a message that read, I work every day except Friday, and I blocked him.
Oh, gosh.
See, y'all need to get a room for real.
Hilarious.
This ain't the U. Oh, and he telling the Grace this ain't the UK.
Man. Don't do that.
I love it. All right. Now it is time for Miss Lily's topic.
Hey.
The streets are talking.
Hello, right. The streets are talking.
I didn't know how to dance.
I saw you couldn't catch the beat or something.
She lagging over there still. That's right.
I'm lagging hard, girl. I was like this.
I didn't know. Let's go ahead. I mean, the streets, I want them to stop talking about it because I'm a little over it at this point. So let's go ahead and get this one out the way. Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. If
what
you don't know,
happened?
They done broke up.
Oh no. He done hit it and quit it.
So
he done hit it and quit it. Probably because he tired of her dad.
Probably because I'm sick of it.
He'll get on my nerves.
And
she showed cute though.
Yeah, and so
hanging up these backwards ass signs. We can't see that.
Oh man, your camera flipped or something. But yes, so they have gone their separate ways, and they're saying that it's because Lori was not ready to take the next steps in the relationship. They're saying that he wanted to get married, he wanted to have kids, she wants to have fun. My thing is, you've been with him, I think it was like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So it was kind of like, did you not know what he was getting after, or did it take
but she want to have fun. She want to have fun with somebody else.
I guess
keep having fun with him. I don't, because if just because we get married and have kids, don't mean we stop having fun.
Exactly. But my thing is, for her to split, that means she wanted to be back in them streets.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that
maybe
they broke
ain't
up.
Hitting it right.
I guess not. They said that Michael B. Jordan had matured.
You need to come off the top rope on that ass, huh?
Shut up. They said he had matured a lot and that he was ready to settle down, that he really liked her.
Sure
he wanted to settle down with her and build a family. That's not what she wanted to do. So this morning, Steve Harvey, of course, had to put his 2 cents in on it. And they were asking him about what his thoughts were. And he was like, of course, he supports his daughter and that he doesn't have any ill feelings towards Michael B. Jordan, but he said that he needs to take a page out of his children's book and to get out sooner. I thought that was kind of
what
to say that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty whack for him to say that. So
what?
No, wait a minute. Say that one more time.
Okay, so I need you to focus, Tig.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Alicia when she's talking.
So
Go ahead, Alicia.
Steve Harvey commented on it this morning, and they were talking about it on his show, and they were kind of saying, "Hey, is Lori okay?" He was like, "Oh, Lori's fine," and that he supports her 100%. He doesn't have any ill feelings towards Michael B. Jordan, but he needs to take a page out of his kid's own book and get out sooner. And they all laughed about it, which I thought that was pretty whack, because a couple months ago he was just praising this guy, talking about how great he is for Lori and talking about how respectful he is. And I'm like, if you know that he didn't want to part from the relationship, that was probably her decision, and he was just respecting it, that was kind of whack for you to put that out there. Like, get out sooner. So I thought that was pretty whack. But
Steve Harvey getting on my nerves.
she deleted all of their pictures, which I thought that's super whack. I hate when people do that. So
She allowed,
he left up everything. He has their pictures still up. She deleted everything. So the big question on Facebook was like, after a breakup, do you delete your history with that person? Or do you just leave it there? Because that is part of your history, part of your story, part of
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Yeah.
I delete the shit out of it. I'm talking about, I push delete hard in the mouth.
But why? Can I ask you why? I want to know why.
Out of respect for future situations, to be perfectly honest with you, that's my number one deal. Out of respect for situations, number one, and number two, I want, if you want to be in my DMs, ain't nothing stopping you. So don't, because that's the first thing they're gonna do. They're gonna go scroll. Oh, I done heard people say it. They done say it. I would have hollered at you sooner, but I saw that picture of you, girl. That's my sister. Hey, that, whatever. So I'm deleting the shit out of it.
I can understand that out of respect for your next situation. Okay.
I don't know if I'm deleting right away.
But that's my thing. That's like the first thing you do.
Doesn't matter when you delete it.
We know you have.
But sometimes people are trying to move on, and if they delete it, they won't have to see it. So they're helping themselves move on as well. So they want to delete it out everywhere, so they don't have to see it. But you can't delete that. But you got to understand that a visual is a trigger for some people, and make them start thinking about it.
I hope she don't have on the TV. I hope she don't have a Facebook. I hope she don't have a
That's
Google,
different for her.
Everywhere. It's everywhere, and everybody is saying that she is for
just don't watch Wakanda Forever.
But I'm gonna tell you now, her daddy is tacky, and a real daddy gonna be able to tell you she's for the streets, and so she's had a few, and she's not ready to settle down yet. Now, to me, she may regret that later, because who's to say she won't run into that she won't run into some dudes that are like, I'm not settling down.
Always John. Somebody find John Lewis for me. Somebody find John Lewis for me so he can tell what the truth is.
A lot of people were saying he may still have him up because he's still holding out. Well, maybe we'll get back together. Maybe we got to talk. We really don't know what happened and why they split. It could be one of those things where he is thinking it's not that serious. We're going to get back together. I mean, it might be one of those things, but she deleted everything about him. And I thought that was just, I don't know. I just was like, that's the first thing you do. Like, I don't know. And I just thought it was super whack for Steve Harvey to speak on it.
Yeah.
So, and we're pretty sure it was not because of infidelity. He didn't do it because she acting like he did something to piss her off.
That's kind of, that's why a lot of people said, was it really about her not wanting to go to the next level, or was it something else? Because she did a move like, I don't want to see you, I don't want to hear from you, I'm erasing you completely. So I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know. I think
Wow.
Some of these comments are hilarious.
I'm not putting all these comments out there.
Why?
She is for everybody.
Look at this.
Big T Daddy.
Let's see what they say. Not Mr. Killmonger can't smash.
Oh man.
Yep. Look at that. Maybe it's those little bums on his chest.
Oh.
Wow. And look at Keisha. Top roping a woman ain't a bad idea because I said he need to come out the top right.
Yes.
Look at now they still on Steve Harvey.
People do not mess with him like that, so you need to learn to hush.
I just thought it was whack.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all mama got something to say. He said, ain't she supposed to be in there watching the kids?
Yep.
She said, all of them get on my nerves. Steve Harvey or his family and his family.
Yep.
Mama do not fool with Steve Harvey.
Yeah. Well, Steve is
I just thought it was whack because I'm like, if they haven't even confirmed it or addressed it, I don't feel like you should have said anything. Like, why was that necessary for you to come on there and say anything? So, yeah.
All right. I've done it, but that's because I was too emotionally vested to heal in his face, so I erased everything about him in my world. Okay?
Yeah. I understand that.
I get it.
But maybe, I think sometimes, to me, I think it would just trigger people to say, oh, what happened? Because all the pictures disappear, and that gives, you have to talk
and then they unfollowed each other. So, people like Shade Room, they digging all in it. So
CJ said, I'm not leaving my ex on my Facebook page. The hell? Shit, you're ruining for my next chick is what he's doing. Yeah. Okay. All right. You ready for the next one, Lily?
Yeah, go to the very last comment from CJ, though. The very last.
That one? My gosh. Feud head ass.
Anytime somebody say head ass, that cracks me up.
Yeah. Grace says, I agree, Mika Baba, she for the streets. She said your whole government name. CJ said she for I-20.
Dang.
Not this highway.
All right, let's go on to a more beautiful story.
It's not.
Oh, what is that?
So this is the mother of a 10-year-old girl that fatally shot her neighbor.
Wait, the girl shot, the 10-year-old shot their neighbor?
The 10-year-old girl shot her neighbor because her mother, which is pictured here, was in a fight with the neighbor, and she handed her daughter a bag during the fight, and the daughter started going through the bag, and there was a gun in there, and she shot the neighbor twice and killed the woman.
Let me just say this. William is fighting the neighbor next day. He goes, here, Lily, get this bag. Are you going to be going through the bag, or are you more likely to throw the bag because you don't know what's in it, right? You're going through it. So,
or as a child, I'm just holding my mama bag. I'm not even looking in it.
Why would you be looking at it? Number one, if you think something is in there that you can use right there.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're going to be entranced on your mama either getting her ass kicked or kicking somebody's ass.
Yes, and that was my thing. You pulled the gun out because you knew what was in there. And your mama was probably getting tagged. Yep. Yeah. Your problem, exactly. Your mama was probably getting tagged, and she already told you what was in her bag. The girl pulled it out and fired 2 rounds, killed the neighbor. So now the mom is being charged. This happened over Memorial Day.
And a 10-year-old that good of a shot?
Shot her twice. And then it was some.
Just think about it. If we fight, we in close proximity. Yes. How you didn't hit me?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. She that good of a shot?
And you shot her twice. Some people had video of it, and then in the comments, some people said allegedly that this is not the first time that this 10-year-old has used a gun. I don't know how true that is, but it was a few people.
I believe that. Yeah. I believe that. If she done bust 2 caps and she hit on both.
Yep. So she killed her neighbor. She was shot in the back of the head. So
my kids get popped for going in my purse. Don't do that. That's worse than sitting up in a grown folks conversation.
You better
that's
tell
right.
the nation.
I don't
You
even
better
like if
tell the
somebody
nation.
asks me, hey, go get that out of my purse, I'm likely just to hand you your purse.
Give you your
Blake,
purse.
I'm
Yeah.
Blake
not
will
finna
bring
get
me my
nothing.
purse every time, but you're not doing that. But it was crazy. The girl shot her in the back of the head, so she had.
God, dog.
Oh my God. Was it in the back of the head?
Yes, she was shot in the back of the head. So both her and her daughter were arrested at the time, but the mother
Yeah.
is facing charges for not properly storing a firearm and manslaughter by negligence. So
Okay. Yeah, I
very,
think
very
that's legit.
interesting. So, and
Yeah,
this was in
you got
Florida.
to understand. You got to understand. I'll go some more Florida. Florida man, Florida woman. But you've ruined the lives of not only people associated with the person that you killed. You've impacted their lives negatively.
Mm-hmm.
You've impacted your own life, right? Because she's gonna have some trauma to deal with this. That 10-year-old, they probably gonna have in some at least some temporary juvenile. She may have to go into some foster care or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course your mama, life is so.
Yeah, so
Listen.
it's just
That
ridiculous.
There's nothing wrong with it. Evan said, I
definitely
hope
go
they
just
pop
to do
ass in
that.
jail. I don't wish violence to anyone, but that mama need an ass whipping.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we
Wow.
don't do
A-Trap
that.
said, I'll go in your purse if I'm stealing something.
Mm-hmm.
Gray says the mama should be punished, and just like that, generations have been destroyed. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's whack.
Yeah, so crazy,
Because
crazy.
that little girl wasn't just doing something that she didn't know not to do. Her mama has coached her. She done been in her mama's purse before. She done saw that gun. She's done it before.
When I tell you that people like posted shots of the still shots of the girl pointing the gun, she looked like she was Cleo from Set It Off. Like she knew how to use that gun.
Yeah, that's probably like I said. I'm telling you right now, if she shot her twice, and it's not no accidental shots like I hit her accidentally in the carotid artery or the or one of the main arteries in her thigh accidentally, or and then the second shot grazed her such and such. That means I probably couldn't shot. But if I done shot you while you're in a tussle with my mama, and I popped you in the back of the head specifically, she definitely done shot before.
Yep.
Wow. That is a tough deal. Florida. CJ said that mama got to get dealt with high key. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
That's horrible.
1911 Freeze, I appreciate you. I just got a notification that you did subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Awesome.
We appreciate that.
All
We
right,
encourage
1911.
all the viewers that are there that have yet to do so. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and share. But 1911 Freeze says that's a millennial baby, and you are right. It is.
Yeah. God.
Wow. Okay, so let's get back to our topic for today. Again, it's there, and try to wrap this one up. Then we'll hear what Sybil has to go, and we'll get on to the next one. Let me remind you that coming up after Queen 3 and King is Marriage is Real. And guess what? Huh?
Not tonight.
They're canceled tonight. Okay.
Yes.
But most Tuesdays, they are right after us. Okay.
Right after.
So I don't say that enough on our Tuesday shows, because I promise you that is exactly where I go as soon as I'm done. I immediately put it up and I'm listening to it, because Damien and Jamie are dropping knowledge. So I don't say that enough. And every week I say to myself, you got to remember to say something about Marriage is Real. So again, be checking out Marriage is Real. All right, so wrap this topic up here. Let's talk about some factors for these people who use there, and there, who don't know the difference between past to past, worse and worse. Then and then is one that is baffling to me.
Yeah.
You're more than enough. What? I'm more than enough. I'm more than enough. I'm both. What you trying to? to
Jeez.
say. We had talked about, why you think this is. So let's talk about some of the factors. And when I say a factor, I want you to give me your thoughts on that factor.
Okay.
Lack of education.
True.
True.
I'm glad you're struggling, Lily, because I'm struggling with it too.
Because I don't know.
Because this is basics, right? And we've even had people say
I felt like
it's even at the
been
third
out
grade
there.
level, fourth grade
Yeah.
level, fifth grade level. Is this lack of education?
Yeah.
And again, if it is true lack of education, who is that lack of education on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so
after
we got
a while,
on
it becomes your fault.
Right. So we're gonna say reluctant, true, right? Lack of attention.
True.
This one is more true than lack of education.
Absolutely.
Right? I think it's lack of attention in the class, lack of paying attention in the classroom, right? Because you do busy talking and running your mouth and being the cool such and such and such, right? And your ass don't know the difference between A and N now.
Yep.
So, wow, look at this. We did not mention both and both. And that both of them, right? So we wouldn't mention it because there's no problem with it. Keisha said, "Now you know what? That's what." Oh, she's talking about this other. That's why you don't be a side bitch in front of your kids. Then you wouldn't have to train your daughter to be your bodyguard.
Oh my goodness!
Shots fired! Bang bang.
She also said, "Where versus where, or were versus where," because they don't know. Yeah, they they don't know the deal. And I'm versus am. Yep. I see that a lot. Yeah, they need to know how to conjugate some verbs.
I'm versus am.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, so what about this? Can we blame anything on technological shortcomings compounded by lack of attention? What do I mean by technological shortcomings? We've both mentioned Google. I've mentioned a thesaurus. Is it a situation where they don't know technology well enough to even be? I'm on my phone, comment on this Facebook, on this Twitter, on this Instagram, and I can't go to Google and check. Can it be that? Or is it a situation where, no, if you savvy enough to have your ass on Facebook, you savvy enough to take your ass to Google?
The second option for 500, because I've seen when Cadence got that phone, she could work it better than I am, than I can. So you know how to work the phone. You know how you can go between tabs to go. Let me go on over here to Google real quick before I hit comment on this to make sure it's correct, or post your status, whatever the case may be. So no.
I love it. 1911 Freeze is gonna be the viewer of the day. Irregardless. People are gonna continue using the wrong words in the wrong way. You 100% about that?
Irregardless.
See, all we can hope to do is we can't even put a dent in this problem. We're just trying to bring awareness. She goes, yes. Grace says, yes, you can. We have become lazy.
Look up what you're trying to say.
Is part of it. Okay. And what about this? Because, of course, even the experts say whenever they're talking about the factors at play and they trying to give them a bit of a break, they say they do sound alike when spoken. So is it because we speak more than we write, and because they sound alike, we have disconnect between the spelling and the pronunciation? So when it's time to spell, okay, this is Gary Freeman, 1911 Freeze. That's why he's coming like that. What's up, homeboy? So is that, do we need to give him more credit? Do we need to give him more credit for them sounding alike? Are we being too rough in that end? Is that causing some sort of a disconnect? Because I'm making sure this ain't just me. I'm not just tripping.
No, I can't even fade it. You're gonna have to go in and spell it right. I'm sorry. You can't be 35 saying, well, they sound alike. So that's why I use it. No. Go to Google, please. I beg of you.
Gary said, what up to you?
Hello.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's find out what Sybil wants us to know, and then we'll come back with our final thoughts.
Sybil!
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. Number 1. Tuesday is primary voting day in 7 states across the country: California, Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, New Jersey, New Mexico, and South Dakota. As the largest day for primary elections thus far, many political analysts will be parsing through the primary results with a look toward what this means for Democrats and Republicans in the pursuit of control of the U.S. House and Senate in 2023. Check out the What You Need to Know newsletter for some of the races featuring African American candidates, including the campaign for Los Angeles mayoral race being run by Congresswoman Karen Bass. Number 2. In a recent poll, 7 out of 10 Americans said that new legislation reducing gun violence should be prioritized over protecting gun rights amid a particularly deadly string of mass shootings in the country. 29% of those surveyed said gun rights should be a higher priority than reducing gun violence in the country. According to this poll, 90% of Democrats said lawmakers should prioritize laws focused on reducing gun violence, while 75% of respondents who identify as independents said the same thing. Number 3. Diners returned to restaurants in most of Beijing for the first time in more than a month as authorities further eased pandemic-related restrictions. Museums, cinemas, and gyms were allowed to operate at up to 75% of capacity, and delivery drivers could once again bring packages to a customer's door rather than leave them to be picked up at the entrances to apartments. The return to near normal applied everywhere in Beijing except for one district and part of another where the outbreak has lingered. Number 4. A black actress by the name of Moses Ingram is now starring as Reva on the Star Wars new show Obi-Wan Kenobi. Though Ingram's performance has drawn largely positive reviews, she's been targeting online before the series release and revealed on Instagram she's been bombarded with hundreds of racist and threatening messages. Racist backlash has plagued the Star Wars community for years, but it's ramped up since 2015 when Lucasfilm strived for a greater diversity by adding more people of color in their lead roles. Number 5. According to a University of Pennsylvania report, approximately 37% of Americans have advance directives, which include living wills and power of attorney designations. These documents specify what and who should have medical decisions if you become seriously ill and unable to make those decisions for yourself. Read more about it in today's newsletter, brought to you by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Your words and actions show your character. Woo. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Damon Williams, comedian extraordinaire, and contributor Cameron Riley, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
Thank you, Sybil. So a couple of things on the What You Need to Know that stood out to me. Number 1, the living wills. Down the road, we will have one of my attorneys on to discuss this with us. Peter's a cool dude. I've already talked to him about it. He said he'd love to. So some of the common mistakes that we make with regard to our wills and getting prepared for it. And I know it's a tough subject to talk about, but you better get it right. I promise you. My oldest son will tell you that I talk to him frequently about, my stuff. So living wills are necessary. Now, the Star Wars thing. How in the hell you going to be racist at Star Wars when you got all these damn different alien species and shit that look like a whole bunch of something? They got their heads all over the place and the ears big and some of them eyebrows is out here. And how the hell you got some of them got tails?
How you getting mad at that?
How you gonna be racist because a black chick plays something? You should be the last people that's racist. This is in a galaxy full of. It doesn't make any sense. And again, I'm not mad at the Star Wars people, George Lucas, Lucasfilms, people that are associated, because again, they are trying to improve the diversity. But they fan base, what the hell are y'all thinking?
Sucks.
Leave that girl alone.
And I'm trying to, because I didn't want them to think that I left this out because it had to do with my son, but I thought about it because it reminded me. But let's see, Brandy said something. Here we go. She goes, Corey said, mine's in a group business text today. I side texted him and went off. I was so embarrassed. He didn't respond to my text. I got home and he went off. He said, girl, I don't. He mad. He got a degree from a prestigious university.
Prestigious.
Yeah, he mad. You don't care. Yeah, you got to. Brandon, you may want to think twice about that. There you go. See, there you go. A-Trap. I had no idea. A-Trap said Lucas's wife is a sister. So yeah, I'm not mad at the Star Wars folks, but they fan base.
Yeah.
Ray the Kid said these white folks don't want black people to be seen in the future. It's just that simple.
That was good. I see what you did there.
You got all kind of. Hey, you got Ewoks and Weewoks and Jaywalks and all kind of shit. And you worried about a sister playing a role? Hell, do you know who Lando Calrissian is? Played by God dog it. What's the dude name? I can't remember. Somebody help me. Y'all Ray the Kev. Some of y'all know who played Lando Calrissian, the black sex symbol from back in the 70s. Billy D. Williams. That's who it is. Billy D. Williams played, you've been in Samuel L. Jackson, been in Star Wars, and hell, it ain't nothing new for black folks to be in Star Wars, but they said this ain't nothing new, but it doesn't ramp back up again.
But it's just a little different for black females. It's a little hard.
And her edges were laid too good. They couldn't stand it.
Yeah, she was looking
like
cute. She looking cute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, Brent got me Billy D. Yeah, Billy D. Williams. He was selling that Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull in them commercials. You don't believe me? Look it up. All right. It's time for our final thought so we can wrap this one up. And we're going to start with the baby queen on this one. To wrap it up, what do they need to know about there, and there?
We couldn't help you in this hour. This has been years of you using these words incorrectly. So just make sure that you put your trust in Google before you go off on your baby daddy tomorrow, because it will help you in the future. Y'all be blessed. I'm not going to prolong this. I'm going to hand it over. And these are my final thoughts.
Yeah, thank you. You happy, Dr. Selena Finch-Smith? So check this out.
So happy.
Check this out. You said I'm helping you out. You mean help them out or help them out?
I hope them. I said that earlier. I'm trying to hope somebody.
Okay. Yeah. Mika, final thoughts.
I think this was a fun topic. The viewers were hilarious. I loved y'all's comments and all that good stuff. But like Alicia said, we were just trying to help y'all out. And before you post on the Facebook, like my daddy say, before you post on the Facebook, check
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah. And then you get mad. It's Facebook. Well, whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, y'all know what I mean. Okay, Dad, but it's Facebook. But before you go in there posting, make sure you do a little check or something, y'all. It's easy to
don't be in a hurry. You got time.
Don't be in a hurry. The Facebook is gonna be there.
It ain't going nowhere.
And in all seriousness, when it comes to presenting and all that stuff, y'all get your critical friend. Somebody look over your stuff.
Don't play with this at work. We joking and you can get away with it on Facebook. I mean, hell, I talk crazy on Facebook on purpose. I'm gonna use instead of going to, I'm gonna say gone. He gonna knock himself out. I'm gonna do that on purpose. When you're doing professional stuff and you being serious and you got folks looking at you and your money tied to it, or you in a relationship trying to get with somebody, hey, come on now. You're quickest way to turn somebody off. Mika didn't say those are my final thoughts. I guess because I interrupted her. If I wouldn't have interrupted her, she might have said it right, huh? Well, for me, first of all, I want to again send a shout out to the Sick and Shut In list, and Seasoned Queen out in Van Augustine. We got your back. Hopefully you get to feeling better. Put a cold towel over the top of your head or something like that. I heard that make people feel better sometimes. My final thoughts are: you do not need to know whether these terms we've discussed tonight are possessive pronouns, adjectives, nouns, or adverbs. Writing should go beyond grammar. Sure, check the grammatical errors in all writing to enhance your writing and avoid looking silly. In fact, you can easily improve word choice and sentence structure by utilizing a thesaurus. However, writing should be more about actually having something worthy to say. And those are my final thoughts. Yeah, I did that shit right there. Yeah, Jerry Springer would have been proud of that shit. Take
care of yourselves and each other.
Yeah. He is not the father. Oh, that's Maury.
That's Maury.
That's Maury.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all. Next week, I forgot to say, next week's episode, hair.
I am not.
We're going to talk about it. Is this natural hair still a thing? Had that went away? Because I saw somebody post the other day. They had their natural hair up there, and they said, I'm just in the ugly phase of this hair, but I'm still cute. Did you feel the need to have to tell us that? So let's figure this out.
I'm gonna go ahead and put you off now for whoever that was.
I'm not. Nope.
Look, Mika, I'm gonna go ahead and put him off now.
Yeah, because that. Oh my God.
If I can tell, he gonna cut up.
So we're gonna talk about this hair situation.
I'm gonna make sure I do my edges next week, because if you come for my hair, I'm gonna slap the dog.
I'm coming for that. I'm coming for it all. She said dog shit. I don't have any dog shit in me. All right. Thank y'all again for tuning in. You make the show what it is. Again, it's because of your comments and your interaction with us that allows us to be free and have plenty of laughter and energy. So we appreciate it and keep coming back. We'll see you next week on another episode of Queen3 and King.
Bye, y'all.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
So I'm gonna start with both of y'all's hands right here.